Top 5 reasons why being alone is better. Number 1, you avoid drama. You avoid toxic people, a toxic relationship, gossip, baggage. You won't be around toxic influences that fuck up your life. You don't have to deal with someone crying about something. You don't have to deal with someone involving you into something that's none of your business. You have to be the savior. You don't have to deal with any of that. Cut it out. When you're alone, you eliminate 99% of all toxic shit. Number 2, you spend less time on people and more time on yourself. Think about it. When you first wake up, what happens? You have to reply to 50 people that sent you hundreds of texts, fucking hundreds of phone calls. You have to reply to everybody. Oh, you have to deal with their drama. You have to save everybody. You have to keep fixing everybody else's problems. It fucks up your day. You don't even get to think about yourself. You don't even get to make your fucking morning coffee, your morning tea. You don't even get to do your little Pilates. You don't get to do any of that shit. You're already involved in other people's lives the second you wake up, and you don't even get to think about what the hell you want. Think about it. When you're alone, you actually get to wake up and start the day exactly how you want it and end the day exactly how you want it to be. It's not rocket science. When you're alone, you get to think about your future and your own personal self-discovery. You get to reflect on things. You have freedom of choice. You don't have to deal with other people kind of making you feel like you have to choose something because they like it. You get to like whatever you like. No longer dealing with the noise. It's just you and time. If you're always around distractions, do you think you'll ever get to actually think deeply about things? Do you think you'll ever get the chance to think deeply about things? Do you think you'll get the chance to think deeply when you're in the pub with your stupid friend who's vomiting and he's not thinking deeply about anything, and the only thing you're thinking about is helping him throw up, and he's thinking about when's the next time he's gonna drink? Cut it out. Number 3, you gain independence and confidence. By being alone, you get to work through hardships. You get to develop weaknesses into strengths. You get to figure out who you are. You get to think about what you want to do. And then when you actually get to do these types of things, you feel more proud of yourself. You feel rewarded. You become more self-resilient. You become self-sufficient. You get to be more confident within your own abilities. You don't have to feel validated from anybody else. You're not proving it to nobody else. You're proving it to yourself. And that way, you'll actually be a very, very well-rounded person because you were alone. There's a difference between being alone and self-sufficient and then being lonely and dependent. Lonely people develop mental illnesses. Lonely people cannot cope without people. They cannot cope being alone. That's why you see them get sick. They're self-destructive. They have to lean on somebody, cry on somebody's shoulders. They have to destroy other people's lives. When you're alone and you have solitude in being by yourself, you have this independence and you get to grow as a person without having to depend on nobody but yourself in your own pocket. Remember when you were a kid and you felt proud of something because you did it yourself? Like, oh, I finally tied my shoelaces, I'm real fucking happy. And then you go and run and tell your teachers or your parents you did something by yourself. It's the same fashion but as an adult, but you don't need to go and run and tell everybody your little achievements. You tell it to yourself because you're you 24/7, so you get to witness that firsthand. So you should feel proud of the achievements you make and become successful. And then when you have a comeback, no one sees you coming because they don't get to see what you do. Think about it. When you're not independent or you're not that confident, you want to bring your friends to the gym, but then they're not that bothered about going to the gym. So it makes you feel bad, like you can't go to the gym, and you feel like you need that validation. You need their approval for them to come with you to the gym. But imagine if you're alone and you just have that confidence of just like, fuck it, I'm going to go to the gym because I want to go to the gym. Now you can just go whenever you want and you don't have to depend on nobody. You don't have to depend on your friends to come with you when you can just go whenever you want. You feel proud of yourself. You feel like an adult because you did something by yourself, and it's more rewarding and you're working towards greater shit. It's gonna make you feel more confident. It's gonna make you feel more independent. It's gonna make you feel like a man or a woman. It's gonna make you feel like a greater person of a great stature. You're gonna feel great within yourself. Number 4, Because you're away from social life and simple pleasures and outside noises, you actually spend less money. You actually get to save more money. You become more wise with your money. Think about it. When you buy someone a gift, you know they don't really appreciate it, so it's a waste of money. Oh, you don't have to give money and do these stupid little favors or little things like that. You know your money is just going to waste, and you're wasting it on gatherings and simple pleasures like going to the pub. You know it just didn't go to the right cause. Whereas if you're alone, you get to invest it into your future endeavors. You get to invest it into who you want to be. You know where that money's going. You know it's not going to be a disappointment. You know it's an investment. You're going to spend your money wisely, and you're going to save more money because you don't have to give and give and give to the wrong people or to anybody. Number 5, it improves your mental health. Think about it. When you're around people, it makes you feel chaotic. It makes you feel stressed out. You have to deal with other people. You feel drained emotionally. You feel like you don't get to work on yourself, and you're just coping and coping and coping. Whereas when you're alone and you get to work through your past traumas, your baggage, your hardships, things that hurt you deep inside, and flaws within yourself, you get to reflect and just look in the mirror and face yourself. Your life is going to feel less chaotic. You're going to feel less stressed out. You actually get to heal because you've given yourself the time to look within yourself. You're you 24/7. Stop spending time with other people. Spend it with yourself. It's your own story. And look through all of the shit that you went through and just accept it and move on and become a greater person than yesterday. All of these things will greatly improve your mental health. Trust me. Those were the top 5 reasons why being alone is better. Trust me on this because I've spent many years being alone, and it's been the best years of my life. I wish I could take back all the time I spent with people in the past and just add it on to my alone time. I wish I spent more time alone longer, but unfortunately, that's just not the way it is. Back then, I used to be a people pleaser. Back then, I used to be a loser. Back then, I used to fucking cope. I used to fucking feel validated from people, even though I'm an introvert. I felt like I needed to be somebody for everyone else instead of me being somebody to myself. But now that I've been alone for so many years, I'm telling you, it's the best thing in the world. You become a better person, you grow, you get to adapt. And I'm someone with autism, so I struggle with the real world in general. But because I spent time alone and understood myself on a deeper level, I'm actually all right in the world. Ever since I've been alone, I got to develop on my flaws, turn my weaknesses into strengths, turned my fears into weapons. I turned everything into a positive outcome because I spent that little extra time on myself. I don't have drama in my life. I don't have toxic influences in my life. I don't have anybody deterring me from my divine mission. I don't have anybody telling me who I am because I know who I am, because I'm just with me 24/7. It's just me, myself, and I get to think on what matters to me the most, who I am to me, what I want to prove to myself. I want to put my self-worth on the map, not because I want other people to think I'm fantastic and all that shit. I want to be successful within my own blood. I want to be successful within my soul and know I've accomplished who I'm supposed to be before I leave this planet. And you can improve too, and you can fucking adapt to yourself and learn from your mistakes and learn from all this shit just by being alone. Stop looking for validation from other people. Spend some time alone. It will make your life 10 times better. Trust me on this. Please give me a like, please follow me, give me a subscribe, just so that you can keep seeing videos like this. I want to grow a community of like-minded people or people who want better in life. This can go for men and women, it doesn't matter. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. D. out.